How would you handle the quarterback situation? How do you think the quarterback situation is going to be handled?
To answer your first part, talking about that, the electricity was starting to pick up when Florida State scored the touchdown to make it 38-28. We go for two, get within 10 points. So the electricity was starting to come back. But yes, when Mackenzie Milton came into the game, the place erupted. Let's give Mackenzie Milton credit. Mackenzie Milton had a heck of a lead in the two drives at the end of regulation, finishing the game 5 for 7, 48 yards passing. We all know the story. We all know what came back. It's great to see him back on the field. For me personally, I get that Jordan Travis struggled and whatnot. I don't think you can bench him or take him out of the starting job because he got knocked out of the game with a quote-unquote injury. I still don't believe he was in the concussion protocol. I don't believe he suffered concussion-like symptoms. I think his helmet got knocked off. He gets brought out of the game, and Mackenzie's doing great, so it's, oh, crap, here we go. We got to put Mackenzie in there. That's why I do believe Jordan Travis will start against Jacksonville State. I would not be surprised, and Logan touched on this a little bit before we went on the air. I would not be surprised if we go two quarterbacks a lot in this game. Maybe one does one half, one does the other, one does one quarter, one does the other. I think you'll see a lot of it, and I think we will find out the starter for the rest of the season after this game. I think Mike Norvell, Kenny Dillingham are going to have to name a starter before the Wake Forest game. It can't be a game-time decision. You've got to know after this game. I don't think it's also fair for Jordan Travis if you start Mackenzie Milton because whoever's the quarterback is going to have a great game. You're playing the only FCS team on your schedule. You're going to probably beat them convincingly. And if Mackenzie Milton has a great game as a starter, all of a sudden it's, oh, look at Mackenzie, look at Mackenzie. Well, look at who Mackenzie was playing if he starts this game versus who Jordan started against. That's why I feel like you have to be fair with it. Let Jordan start. He did not lose the starting job in this game. He did not earn it for the rest of the season, but I don't think he lost it for this coming week.
Yeah, I think it all depends on health and how Mackenzie Milton plays. We all know we've touched on it too. You know, I was waiting on hearing how Jordan Travis was going to be throwing this upcoming game, and we'll see for the next couple of games because we kept on hearing really high hopes about him improving, and he was antsy in the pocket. He was moving around. He was missing some reads here and there, and that's not going to work. And there was a few silly throws that, if you cut those away, and those can be. He was just kind of, I think, in the moment. But, Mackenzie Milton comes in just for a little bit. But I would like to see 4 quarters of Mackenzie Milton before we start figuring out, all right, who's your starting? All right, Mackenzie Milton should just start it all and everything of that nature. We kind of know what Jordan Travis brings. And that's why I think you have 2 quarterbacks. Why not? I mean, you've got one that's mix of a hybrid of a running back and a quarterback. And then you also throw Mackenzie Milton in there that can pass and, be a general running down the field there on offense and be a game manager. I think both will be utilized. It'll be interesting to see which one will get the start against Jacksonville State. I wouldn't be shocked if it's Jordan Travis again. I think all of this depends on on health. But Mackenzie Milton lives for those kind of high pressure games, so that wasn't too much of a shocker there to see him do that, run down the field and be a game manager. And that's something that he's done since at UCF. He did it in a little bit of the spring game when we got to see him for the first time and get his debut in a Florida State uniform. And here he was whenever he was told to get in with Jordan Travis. And I'm glad Mike Norvell kept him in there. A lot of coaches screw that up, I feel like. They screw that up, and while a quarterback's having momentum, they'll take one out, and then here comes another one. I like that. It was a smart move by Norvell to keep him in there, keep that energy going, because that offense was going off of his lead, and it was working really well. So I'm interested to see who'll be starting.